What's up, guys? Welcome back to another OPTCG video today. Today we are going to do a tech profile for OP13, the goat with the three swords, baby. There's a lot of changes to the deck in OP13. If y'all don't already know, we got a bunch of new additions to the deck as far as the meta, which is going to be a triangle main meta. But I won't keep y'all waiting. Let's go ahead and just get right into it, shall we? Alrighty. Go leave right there. First things first, we're gonna go is for Hioris. Still staple of 4. We're still running 4 because it's a searcher, and it searches again. Look at the top 5 for the deck and reveal up to 1 slash or green event card and add it to our hand. It's a body that they have to kill. If they don't kill it, then it's extra search first next turn. Next up, we have Peronas. Perona is such a goated card. Same thing as Hiyori, but it's more of an on-play effect than the activate main. But regardless, we're running 8 searches in our deck today. Next, this is a personal choice. You don't have to run this, but we'll get to that in a minute. We are running 4 Apus. 4 Apus. And what this Apu does is an on-play rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 2 or less. You're probably thinking what's 2 or less of his meta. Honestly, there's a couple reasons why we're running Apu. One, it's a it's a target for one of our cards. I'll get to that later when we get there. And the 2 costs that we're running mainly is against Emu, because they run the St. Charlos blockers or any chump blockers in that, and this does the job for us right there. It is non-searchable, but again, I'll get to that later. Next up, the goat of the deck, Sensei, Koshiro, 4 of them. We're running 4 because we're not running any Tashigis in our decks. Reason is because Tashigi is a 3 cost, is a 3 cost, and I'd rather just play this for 2. It's a better version of Tashigi in our deck currently, and also it's a blocker as well. 3 might be a little bit too much, but in my personal opinion, Koshiro just does Tashigi just way better. Next up, we are a different deck now. We are running 4 Mihawks. This is the Mihawk. If you don't recognize the art from the box illustration, this is the Mihawks that you can get from it's one of the structure decks. I forgot which one. The Yamato structure deck. Yeah, the Yamato structure ST12. But this is the box version alternate art for it. But that we are going to be flooding the board now instead of we're not completely helmet, but we are more of aggro, a green aggro deck during this whole format now. But this Mihawks just helps us flood the board better. So if you have 2 or less characters, play up to 1 muggy type or slash attribute character with a cost of 4 or less. And that is going to combo with Zoros. And Zoro is a new addition to the deck. It is OP13, and its if your leader has the filter or Straw Hat Pirate set to 2 dawns up, says active. And then the best part, at the end of the turn, set this card is active. So it is literally gonna be alive for the longest time. But you'll be playing out Mihawk's effect. Go ahead and play out Zoro, 4 costs, and get 2 dawn active. But yeah, that's one of the combos that we're going to be playing. This is the main combo we're going to be playing with Mihawk. But yeah, this combo is just too good. Next up, we're going to be playing 3 Kuinas. 3 Kuinas because I would like to play this at 4, but the deck currently is a little bit tight. I can only find a space for 3. If I can do 4, I would, but honestly, it's a 2, 3, or 4 of at this current moment. Preference, but I like this card too much to play it at 3 or 4. Next up, I have 2 of the blocker Zoros. 2 of the blocker Zoros, and this is what we're going to be playing as a 2K. I believe we're running 12 2Ks. Yeah, we are running 12 2Ks, but this is also just a 2K blocker. Gives us defense, but also can be played out with Mihawk if you really wanted to, but I doubt you'll be doing that because who plays out there 2Ks anyways, right? Next up is going to be Kawamatsu. Kawamatsu is going to be a 2-up. We are playing our ratios at the current moment, but again, we'll get to that later. We are running 12 2Ks in total, but this is a 2K. If you don't have the Zoros in hand, you'd be playing out with this with Mihawk as well. I take that back. No, you're not, because Mihawk is a 4 cost or less. But this is basically just a 2K. My bad. Now with Mihawk, we will be copying this out with the laws, the 6 cost laws. But other than that, emergency, playing out if you don't have another 5 cost. But yeah, that's going to be our last 2 for our 2Ks. Next up, we are bread and butter, Tashigis. If you don't know what's about ready already, is going to be rest to 1 opponents with a cost of 6 or less, then give to your leader 3 rested Dons. Goaty card, amazing card. This is our bread and butter for the deck. You're not playing 4, you're not playing the deck, right? Next up is going to be 4 Cavendishes. Cavendishes can be played at 3. Again, we're working on ratios right now, not our completed list. But I feel like 4 right now. I like the player that I am I like to be playing as consistent as possible, meaning try to run as many 4-ofs, 3-ofs as possible. If I have the chance to play any 4-ofs, I would. And that's what we're doing right here. Next up is going to be 4 Alals. Man, this card is mega busted. Okay, not mega busted, but it is busted for what this deck does. If you don't know already, it's on. If you have 1 or less life cards, this character gains blocker, and on play, you may return up to 1 of your characters to the owner's hand. Play up to 1 character card and a cost of 5 or less from your hand rested. You'll be comboing us off with one of your searches right here, one of your searches right here, or whatever 1 cost. Bounce it back to hand, play out Tashigi mainly, or anything else if you don't have. But amazing card, floods the board, amazing. Next up, we're playing more important than ever, 4 of the restand events. If you're not running 4, you're not playing the deck right. But currently, in my personal opinion, a lot of matchups you have to see this card now. If you will have any chance of winning against Emu, you have a chance against running Ace. This is the card that we need to see majority of the time to be winning these matchups more than ever. But again, it's set your leader as active, main. You know what it does. Now I am running my last 3 cards right here. They are 1-ofs, and these are the 1-ofs that I typically like to choose and play with. We are running 1-of DMG. If I were to run this at 2, I would personally party cut a Kuina, maybe a Apu, or even a Cavendish. But again, I don't know what to run now, so I am running a 1-of currently of DMG. I feel like we're just flooding board too much and being hyper aggressive to where this card is more of a game closer, of course, still. But I'm not seeing it as frequent as I need to. If I see it in the time need and from searching for it, I'll go for it, honestly. We are running 1 Justice, 0 cost event, because we are running a lot of bricks. We are running brick here. We're running bricks here. It's 8 bricks already, 9. And then this makes our 10th brick right here. 1 10 cost Shanks. We are running the triple 1-ofs right here. Shanks, if you don't know what it does already, it's on play. Set all your Dons' card as active, then you cannot play any cards from your hand during this turn. It is basically just a free 10 cost body, literally. This is more of a end gamer type of situation card where if you have the time and play it, you just play it, rest 10 done, regain 10 done, and then attach arrow, all your Dons to leader, swing 12k. Yep. With your leader and restand, you're probably still getting 12 life anyways out of their head. But yeah, this is my current deck list right now. it is subject to change over the course of the meta. A lot of ratios, again, are not sure. But most importantly, guys, just play to whatever your local is playing. This is probably against a lot of emus and a lot of aces. So there's a lot of tweaking involved. This isn't the finals. This isn't finalized. Play your deck as you would see fit for yourself. This is just how I would like my deck currently, and this is how I like to play my deck, which I like to play super aggressive. And the line gets more complicated. We're not super helmet anymore, guys. So there are some things I want to talk about. We'll get to talk about now. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. All right, guys. In this section, I want to talk about what is your perfect curve. Just go through the basics of you guys. If you guys don't know yet for this entire meta, first things first. For one dot, we're taking first here. We're going to be searching out Perona. Perona does a search on top 5. And then next up, we're going to pass back to our 3-Don turn. 3-Don turn, what we're going to do is that we're going to go be playing out our Mihawk. Mihawk lets us, if you have 2 or less, which we do, 2 or less characters, we can play up to 1 Muggy type or Muggy Kingdom type or slash attribute. Obviously, we're going to go with the slash attribute character with a cost of 4 or less, other than Mihawk himself from our hand rested. So what we're going to do is that we're going to be playing out Zoro, the newest Zoro from our list. And then for 3-Don, we'll be tapping that. And we'll play out rested. And then we're going to end our turn. At the end turn, our Zoro actually goes back active. But as well as on play, sorry, I forgot about that. On play, we're going to get 2-Don active again, which we can use to swing 7 of our leader, which is pretty nice. And majority of the time, they are going to take it because 7 is a good number. So again, on play, we gain 2-Don active, and then on play, and then we swing 7. We end our turn. At our end turn, we have 7 is active because at his end of his turn effect. Next up, opponent passes back to us on our 5-Don turn. We're just going to be playing out Tashigi. Simple as that. Play out Tashigi here, and then do what you need to do. Attack with leader, and then attack with Zoro, because why not? And then end turn, pass back, and then gain the active again. Now 7-Don turn. This is where the fun begins, honestly. At our 7-Don turn, we have some few options, and pretending as of currently we're playing against Emu and he has a chump blocker out. For 1-Don, I'm gonna play out Emu here. I'm gonna play out Apu here. Play out him. You don't have to play him. Again, you don't have to play him, but yes, you don't have to play him or not. And also for our sake as well, just to see if we have it or not. If we see it, we don't see it. That's awesome. Say that we have another Tashigi here. All right, for our 7-Don, say that we don't play anything out, especially all we do is that we play our Law for a 6-Don. So 3 and 3, 6-Don. Play out Law. Law returns our 1 cost, which we will be playing back to our hand. And then we are able to play out a character with a cost of 5 or less from our hand rested. Play out our second Tashigi. Our Tashigi effect comes into play. Gain 3 rested Don to our leader, and we have 1-Don remaining. So we can do is that we can swing 5, 5, 7, 6, or 5, 5, 6, 7. And then end turn, gains back. So this is also where another line where I have in mind with Apu, say that you also have the Law in your hand as well. Law in your hand as well. I don't know what I'm doing here, but for against Emu, you play out the Apu out. You rest one of the chump blockers, right? And this is your 7-Don play. My apologies. This is also your 7-Don play. Your 7-Don play here, rest 1 for Apu, rest a chump blocker, There goes 6 Dons left. 6 Don. Honestly, we're just gonna be playing out Law here. Law. Bounce back the Apu back to our hand. Gains back our 2K, and then we can play out Chishi. This is also a strong combo that you can definitely do if in that matchup. But this is hope. But again, you need 2 key cards, and which is going to be Shigi and Apu in your hand. Well, actually, you're going to need all 3 of these, to be fairly honest. You can also, for his Laws effect, it says you may return one of your characters to the owner's hand. It can be any character for any amount done. But if you want to play out a character, it has to be cost of 5 or less, and it has come out rested. All right, but majority of time the cost, but not the cost, majority of time the target that you be playing out from your hand is going to be Tashi, so you can swing with leader. Majority of the time, if you don't have Law to play, if you don't have Tashi to play out with Law, your other target is going to be Kawamatsu. This is why he's in this. This is why Kawamatsu is in this deck, because it is a target for just this specifically. It's also a 6 cost attacker, 6k attacker, but hey, honestly, it works out, man. It just works out. Block can also play out Cavendish, gain 2 active if you really wanted to, but also Queen as well. But yeah, this helps out a lot. It makes our plays super more interesting. Just keep that in mind, guys. And whatever you do, majority of the time, what you're going to be bouncing back is going to be out your Pronas, your Heroes, your Apus, anything other than low cost, just to play out rested again. There's no point in playing out Queenas because, again, I mean, at that point, hopefully, if your opponent's not too very smart and attacking to Queen because doesn't want to gain it, is a pseudo blocker, hopefully. But during time, you're not going to be playing this out anyways. You'll most likely be playing out, again, these 2 guys, Tashi, and worst case scenarios, Laws, or Zoros. But yeah, that's what I really want to talk about. The lines right here, the perfect curve for going first. It is very similar as well if you're going second. It's just that users are running your Peronas. You have 1 extra Don pretty much if you go in second to attack, which is pretty nice. But majority of the time, you are going to hopefully go second against Emu because you don't want them to hit the 5 elders as soon as possible. But yeah, that's it for the lines. Let's go ahead and get in the next section here, guys. All right, in this next section, I want to talk about cards that you are that you can contemplate on playing without playing the cards that I'm playing now. So the first one we're going to talk about is going to be Apu. What can you play instead of Apu? Man, that's a lot of cards actually. Apu is and this is quote unquote from one of my buddies here who has a really well explanation, but I don't have the explanation. But basically, it is a low roll situation type of card. Apu is non-searchable, and it is a 2K, and it's only good into 1 matchup, and that's gonna be Emu. If you see a lot of Emus running around, contemplate on playing this card. Consider playing this card, as it will help you in that matchup with its chump blockers. It's not completely necessary. You're probably thinking, like, with 6 cost Law, what am I going to be bouncing back? Well, it's a 1 cost as well, so you are able to play the Apu for 1 cost. Instead of Apu, you could be playing, look for it, you could be playing X-Drake. X-Drake is just a better Apu. It's searchable. It's a higher base. It's a higher body. It can rest a 5 cost or less comparing to Apu, which is a 2 cost or less. I get the arguments why which one is better. Personally, I just don't like X-Drake, mainly because I am not playing for 5 Don. I am not playing for 5 Don, especially it just costs too much. Apu synergizes with 6 cost Law better on 7 Don turn if you're taking first. Majority of the time, you will be taking first still. But Apu gives us that 7 Don play, personally, which I like a lot better than playing with X-Drake. X-Drake, majority of the time, I am seeing myself not playing this card off anything. But yeah, this is something to consider about, guys. All right. Next up is going to be, I'll just go ahead and put it this way. 2Ks. Instead of playing these two guys right here, I am currently playing 2 and 2. I love both these cards, especially the Zoro because it has the AA on it. But 6 cost law, if you are able to, if you don't have your Zoros or your Tashigi, if you don't have your Tashigis or anything like that, playing off rested, Kawamatsu is a target that you can play off of. Instead of these 2Ks, you can be playing instead X-Drake, or good old X-Drake, or Shimosuke, the old man. I just call him the old man, honestly. I don't know what else to call him. Or Tashigi. We're not playing Tashigi again, like I said before, mainly because we're not seeing. I mean, you still can, but the Sensei 2, the 2 cost ones are just, it does this for better and cheaper. But again, it comes to personal preference. Right now, I'm running my list the current way it is. If I might bring back Tashigi, I might bring back this guy back in the deck, depending how things turn out with my locals and how I see fit during the next regionals and whatnot. There's a lot of playtesting still involved. I've been playtesting this deck currently on the sim for a long time now. But this is the list that I come to appreciate at the current moment. But instead of playing this, you can play these guys. Things to consider, right, guys? Next up, sorry. Next up is the 10 cost Shanks. Instead of playing 10 cost Shanks, you can go for more of the 4-ofs of boosting anything else in your deck. This is not a requirement. Honestly, I could drop this for another DMG as well if I really wanted to. But I like how free this is, personally. Gives me that chance to strike still. Instead of playing Shanks, you could be playing 9 cost Zoro. Zoro, it has success into the Emo matchup and the Ace matchup as well, especially. But personally, I just don't like how slow it is. I don't know if that's a good enough reason. But these cards both are just phenomenal. They are different. They're great in their own ways. I understand that Zoro's a great matchup, a great card into both those matchups if you don't have any other plays to do. But we're so aggressive now that you should be able to take them down before they actually, or maybe a turn after they have, played a big drops and whatnot. But this Shanks just helps us get there faster than this Zoro does, in my personal opinion. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the whole deck list right there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, this is my deck list. This is just the way I like to play. I like to use this deck as my deck profile as the the better, not the bread and butter, what I'm trying to say, like the standard, right? The basic standard and how you should build a deck. There's a lot of things that I'm going to tweak over the few days as I'm playing in person now that we have the cards. I like playing in person a lot more. I've been taking a short break, but with OP13 here, we might get back on the grind, honestly. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for future POV videos, guys. Thank you.